Greetings from San Diego, California. This interactive multinational video conference is reaching you live in English, Spanish, and Portuguese through a unique and complex international telecommunications network via satellite, microwave, cable, and the Internet. This program brings together distinguished organizations representing education, business, government, and civil society in the Americas, China, India, and Europe. We appreciate your participation in this third International Training Center video conference of the year 2012 series entitled Protocol for Sustainable Success in a New World. We invite our viewing audience and affiliates that may not have the support materials or the participants' manual for this program to contact us directly so that we can provide you with a copy. Thank you for your participation and for being part of our international network. I'm Dr. Farhad Saba, Professor Emeritus of Educational Technology at San Diego State University and the moderator of today's program, which presents the important topic, the reinvention of communication, multi-purpose networks, and their global impact. There is no doubt that the emergence of networks is the most important human organizational phenomenon of the 21st century, to a great extent fueled by the explosive access worldwide to new information and telecommunications technologies in education, business, government, and civil society. In many ways, communication is being reinvented as organizations, communities, and nations enter the new world of interdependence and interactive multimedia that increasingly brings us all together with the latest news and information on a global scale. Networks are evolving into multi-purpose environments that facilitate both social as well as productive endeavors with the same protocols and resources. So what is the global impact of this evolution of communication and collaboration resources facilitated by technology? How can they help us navigate through the explosive information overload of the Internet and other mass media to be able to tap knowledge relevant to our endeavors, inspiring us to absorb and generate wisdom? This exciting video conference will address these and other considerations and questions critical to our decision-making and performance, which increasingly depends on our continuous access and effective management of just-in-time networked information and knowledge of our markets and areas of influence. The exceptional invited speaker will review the nature of networks from the neurological and cellular to the global. Communication professionals are now mandated to be more multidisciplinary, multicultural, globally competent, and technologically savvy to be able to excel in their crucially important role to society. In a module titled The Nature, Role, and Evolution of Networks, our distinguished invited speaker, Dr. Peter Andersen, will describe the dynamics and nature of the great array of networks that we now depend on at all levels, from neural and cellular networks to the increasingly powerful social networks. He will explain how these networks tend to propagate and evolve into synergistic entities and how the technology behind these networks has democratized communication globally as anyone can now be a broadcaster. Among other important messages, Dr. Andersen makes a very qualified reference to journalism as a profession that is now on life support. In another module titled The Impact and Consequences of Social Networking, Dr. Andersen will explain how this phenomenon has shaped the life and dynamics of the 30 and under generations, particularly the millennials, increasingly engulfing all of us. He will review the accepted values and rules of this socially networked generation and the positive and negative effect of social media, including lower academic achievement and increased relationship conflicts with extreme levels of use. Our distinguished invited speaker, Dr. Peter Andersen, is Distinguished Professor of Communication at San Diego State University, has authored over 150 book chapters, research papers, and journal articles, as well as 7 books. He has received recognition as one of the 100 most published scholars in the history field of communication. His 3 most recent books are Nonverbal Communication, Forms and Functions, published in 2008, Close Encounters, Communication in Relationships, will be published in 2013, and The Complete Idiot's Guide to Body Language, that was published in 2004. He has recently published papers on communication and emotion, nonverbal communication, interpersonal relationships, risk communication, skin cancer prevention, homeland security, and communication and technology. Dr. Andersen has served as the president of Western Communication Association, editor of the Western Journal of Communication, and director of research for the Japan-U.S. Telecommunications Research Institute. He is a consultant for the United States Center for Disease Control. Welcome to today's program. And let's begin with Module 1 of our program.